And there are two main ways to view the title of this video. Number one is a positive framework. Nothing matters. You can do whatever you want. Ask that girl out. Apply for that job. Go talk to this person. Nothing matters. You can do whatever you want. At the end of the day, time will pass. You'll forget about it. You'll move on, etc. And I more or less agree with this position. If this gives you the confidence to do things that you would otherwise not do, then yes, nothing matters. Time will pass. You will forget about it. Stop having anxiety over these interactions. On the other hand, you have the negative side, the pessimistic side. Nothing matters. We're all going to die. All of my goals and accomplishments and feats were worth nothing. And this is the side of the video, or the side of the argument that I wanted to focus on in this video, because I want to offer a counterpoint to this viewpoint. First of all, if you are a purely materialistic person who does not believe in an afterlife, does not believe in any possibility of a simulation or something going on that we as humans would not be able to comprehend, then yes, you may be right. Maybe nothing does matter and you can live your whole life with that viewpoint. And I would not say you are invalid for having that viewpoint. But at the same time, you have to understand that we as humans have unique perspectives and unique things about us that tank that viewpoint a little bit. And let me offer up some examples. For the previous example, let's say you ask a girl out and you are super embarrassed to do so. You have to build up all of your courage. She's with her friends. Oh, nightmare. She's with her friends. You go up there, you ask, and you get absolutely rejected. You just feel like a complete loser. You just get cooked. From the positive side, as I mentioned earlier, again, this sucks, but you can move on. You'll forget about it. Hopefully you learn something, and then you'll have another chance, another day. But the negative side would say, well, nothing matters too. She said no, you'll move on. It doesn't matter. Time will pass and forget about it. So on some ironic level, it is kind of funny that both sides converge in the idea that time will pass and the difference will not really matter, or nothing will have made a difference in the end. And it is kind of funny. But additionally, from the perspective of the person who believes that truly nothing matters, would they still get embarrassed by getting rejected publicly? Like, surely even if you were the most staunch person believing that literally nothing matters and that we'll all be dust one day, would you still be embarrassed to be rejected? Because I would. I'm assuming a lot of people would. And the point I wanted to bring up is that even with this mindset, we as humans are not immune to our physiological responses to things. Unless you are an anomaly, like a complete sociopath with zero ability to feel emotion, you are going to feel emotions that dictate your behavior constantly in life. And the reason that this counterpoints the argument that nothing matters is because even if nothing truly does matter, don't our experiences and our emotions still have some weight on reality? Like, if I get rejected and it literally does not matter at all, like that event has no impact on anything greater, the world will end, the sun will explode, exactly the same, but I still get embarrassed about getting rejected. Why do I feel embarrassed? Nothing matters. Why am I getting that feeling? And it ties back to an argument I heard on a Jubilee video featuring Jordan Peterson. Peterson's argument was that in order to believe something, you have to stake your life on it. As in, if I believe that this forest exists, then I will act in accordance with that belief if a situation were to occur in which my life depended on it. For example, if someone were to threaten me and asked if I believe the forest would exist over my life, of course, maybe I would be able to lie and say that I don't believe the forest would exist, but I couldn't change my belief about it. Does that make sense? And that argument ties back into this idea as well about people who think that nothing truly matters, because even if nothing truly matters, can you truly act in accordance with that? Like, could you truly, throughout your entire life, act in accordance with that belief without having any interruptions from the physiological responses that I mentioned earlier? I don't think you can. I think we fundamentally live in a world as humans where our emotions constantly get in the way of our interactions and how we view the world. So to say that nothing matters, while it may be correct if that is your viewpoint, doesn't actually mean that that is how you should live your life day to day. And I think Smiling Friends even did a joke about this, where one guy's getting threatened and he's like, oh, nothing matters. He's like super edgelord. As soon as the gun gets pointed at him, he's like, oh no, I want to live, begging for his life. And that is how I view a lot of this discourse, is that you can believe nothing matters and you can be valid in that belief, but that doesn't mean that every day is meaningless. It doesn't mean that your goals are meaningless.